Ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí tó sọ wípé jagunjagun ayé mi ò ṣeun ìtàn Olúwa pẹ̀lú mi jagunjagun ayé mi mo yìnyàn o sọ wípé ó ṣe ètò gbà mí ayérayé ó ṣe ètò rà mí lórí ayé ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí tiwa jagunjagun ayé mi ò ṣeun. Ètò Olúwa pẹ̀lú mi sọ wípé àdúdú rẹ̀ gan. Jehovah overdo the all-sufficient God. Àdúdú rẹ̀ o tún sọ wípé ògbógbò fọ́lẹ̀ mi. Ètò Olúwa pẹ̀lú mi Ọlátayọ̀ kí ògbógbò fọ́lẹ̀ mi. Tó bá wo bẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé rẹ̀ wá. Èmi aláyé lẹ́nìyàn rárá ọlọ́jọ́ yìí. Ó dẹ̀ padà wá kókò fọ́lẹ̀. Nítorí Olúwa pẹ̀lú mi Ọlátayọ̀ kí. Tó bá wo ìbẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé rẹ̀ tó bí tó sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ ayé rẹ̀ wá. Wàá rí wípé àánú ló mú ayé rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ dání. Gbogbo àwọn ibi tí àánú òtítọ́ sí ayé rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run kókò fọ́lẹ̀ rẹ̀. Ìwọ aláyé lẹ́nìyàn rárá, ó dẹ̀ padà wá gbogbo fọ́lẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pariwo wípé ó gbogbo fọ́lẹ̀ mi. Ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí, ó gbogbo fọ́lẹ̀ mi. Every 14th of January lolúwa ń dá ẹ sí. Èmi aláyé lẹ́nìyàn rárá, ó dẹ̀ padà wá gbogbo fọ́lẹ̀. Ibi tí o gbà kọjá, àwọn kan gbà bẹ̀ sọdá. Oúnjẹ tó mára ẹ̀nà Victor làwọn kan jẹ tẹ̀mí bọ́. Òun owó tó jẹ́ bàbá fún wọn ló fi ṣàrà fún wọn. Torí òrà àlùbà ní ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí, òrà àlùbà ní. Sọ wípé irú ìrírí tí orí làwọn kan rí ayérayé o. Ṣùgbọ́n àánú tí orí làwọn kò rí gbà. Nítorí ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí tiwa, ìtàn Olúwa pẹ̀lú mi Ọlátayọ̀ kí. Every 14th of January ṣe bí tirẹ̀ ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí. Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè rà. Ó fẹ́ ọ̀gá o, Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè rà. Ayérayé láyé. Ó fẹ́ ọ̀gá. Ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí lónìí. Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè rà. Victor, ó fẹ́ ọ̀gá. Olúwa pẹ̀lú mi Ọlátayọ̀ mi. Bàbá mi jẹ́ ọ̀gá pẹ̀lú ọ̀gá. Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè rà. Sọ pé mo fẹ́ ọ̀gá o. Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè rà lọ́wọ́ iṣẹ́ láyé. Mo fẹ́ ọ̀gá. Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè rà. Ọ̀kẹ́ tẹ̀gbọ́ ọ̀gá. Mo fẹ́ ọ̀gá o. Ayérayé. Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè rà lọ́wọ́. Mo fẹ́ ọ̀gá o. ayé ọ̀pẹ máa yọ. Pẹ̀lú ohun gbogbo tàbí làkọjá lẹ́yìn. Ètò olúwa pẹ̀lú ó padà já sí rere. Ọ̀làtayọ̀ bí ó padà já sáyọ̀. Bàbá mi já ọ, bàbá mi ò bí. Àwọn dúró fún olówó tàbí èbí ìṣeré wa. Sáyé ọ̀pẹ yọ, ayé ọ̀pẹ yọ. Oyè ilé ayé sílẹ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ayé ọ̀pẹ máa yọ. Pẹ̀lú ohun gbogbo tàbí làkọjá láyé. Ó padà já sí rere. Ó padà já sáyọ̀. Ayérayé, àánú ló mú ọlọ́wọ́ dání. Bóyá títí ayé fi lèmi ọmọ. Títí ayé fi lèmi ọmọ. Ìta olúwa lèmi ọlọ́lá yóò fi lò gbọ́dọ̀ wá. Bàbá mi sọ, bàbá mi fi àtàlọ́ kọ́ra lórí ayé rẹ̀. Lórí pé àní títí ayé fi Victor, ó yá sọ pé ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́ àgùntàn ló fi ra mí kalẹ̀. Mo dọ́gbọ́ Jésù mọ́ orí ẹ̀dọ̀, orí ọ̀gá ẹ̀ máa ló ṣe mí rọ̀. Ọlọ́jọ́ má ṣe mú ọlọ́kìyà tó bá ẹ̀dá, òun ló fi yẹ lọ́kàn balẹ̀. Ẹ̀jẹ̀ ọ̀dọ́ àgùntàn ló fi ra mí kalẹ̀. Mo dọ́gbọ́ Jésù mọ́ orí ẹ̀dọ̀, orí ọ̀gá ẹ̀ máa ló ṣe mí rọ̀. Ọlọ́jọ́ má ṣe mú ọlọ́kìyà tó bá mi dá, òun ló fi mí lọ́kàn balẹ̀. Láti lọ sọ pé òun kò fọwọ́ lọ. Ọlọ́run àkùnjọ́lá, ọ̀gá tó gbọ́dọ̀ jáde lákẹ́fẹ́. Ọlọ́jọ́ ìṣó gbọ́dọ̀ bọ́ọ̀lù. Ìwọ aláyé lẹ́yìn ìmọ̀ràn. Ó dẹ padà wá lọ́dọ̀ wá. Ìtọ́ olúwa pẹ̀lú mi ọlátayọ̀ kí gbogbo fọ́ọ̀lẹ̀. Gbogbo fọ́ọ̀lẹ̀. Ó dẹ padà wá lọ́dọ̀ fọ́ọ̀lẹ̀. Nítorí Ọlọ́run sọ pé ó gbogbo fọ́ọ̀lẹ̀. Ọlọ́run àkùnjọ́lá, ọ̀gá tó gbọ́dọ̀ jáde lákẹ́fẹ́.
Àgbà wo nìyẹn? Àgbà wo nìyẹn? All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's probably afternoon in some part of the world. So, good morning, good afternoon. Wow. I'm speechless. Well, good morning and thanks for joining. And guess what time it is? It's my birthday, and we've not even started. You know, mouthful, let me the mouthful. I'm having coffee breeze here because we just started. Let me move this a little bit backward. Right, so it's my birthday and I'm just overwhelmed already. I'm kind of overwhelmed already right now. I could barely have any seconds and my phone is not buzzing. The love is just too much, man. When I read some things that people said to me, I have to kind of call them back like, why? This is definitely too much for me, you know. Well, today is not me. Abefe Robert is joining us pretty soon. She just reached out to me. She's in the middle of something. So they said they want to put me on the spot. It's a setup, but we're here. What are the questions? I've not seen the question yet. So y'all want to ask me questions. Well, I might download. I would info for you. Okay, Abefe is here already. Link up now when you are ready. Just join. Abefe is here already. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, all right. You just pin one question. Okay, okay, I'll be looking at from here. Sorry. Mama will have to be. Dance usually does on now. We will dance by in the afternoon. They never show now. Wow. So, okay. Let me see the first question. What are you most passionate about? What drives you and where do you see yourself in 5 years? Okay. Ah, that's a lot of questions. What are you most passionate about? I think I would say people, or rather phrase relationship. I have come to learn in time that success is never achieved by skill or expertise. You know, I don't think that you succeed because you know how to do it. I've seen the dumbest people in life succeed beyond measure, and I've seen some of the most profound, prolific, eloquent, intelligent people still wallow in shambles. So, but I've come to realize that the quality of relationship that you keep determines the kind of opportunity that will be available to you. So I don't mess with people and I don't joke with relationship. Now we are not perfect. We are not, so you are going to be in a relationship that will get married. Now what most of us make as mistakes is that you want to seek relationship with people who you think that you can benefit from. Unfortunately, to succeed is a two-way thing. Even if the person is a bad person, even when I'm in a relationship with somebody, and when I'm in a relationship like cordial relationship, it doesn't matter what it is. Platonic relationship, emotional relationship. I don't have any ex that I don't talk to. Like I don't have any ex that I'm beefing with. Every friend that I've ever made, we might not be like body 5 and 6, but we still cool. Because you see, even if the person is a bad person, one day you are going to need a bad job done, and you are going to need a bad person to do that job for you. So I think people then, I am very passionate about seeing people grow. I'm very passionate about seeing people better. The biggest thing that gives me joy is helping somebody actualize they, what they want to be. Helping people is like, I feel like that is like my very essence. And that is the reason why so many progress I've made in life has been traceable to service to people, service to humanity. People say, oh, no, Victor, he's not like a person. For instance, I don't think I've written application up to 3 in my life. Most job that I've ever done in my life is based on relationship. I've worked for years in places where I've never written application. You know, I just talk to one person, I talk to one, they say, oh, you need a job, come. You know, I won't even apply. So I feel like relationship is the most important thing to me, and I'm very passionate about that. The more people you can raise, the higher you are going to be. Question two. Shit. What would you say is the most difficult part of being a motivational speaker? And can you tell us about the time you are connected with your audience the most and how it impacted you as an individual? See, the most difficult thing I don't like that word motivational speaker because I don't like to motivate you. I like to inspire you. Motivation is just a feeling. You can feel motivated now and still not do nothing about it. You're going to feel charged up right now and then you just come right back and be who you are. Success is not by talking. Success is putting action in perspective. So for me, I don't like that phrase. I like to inspire people, not only just talk to you about how to succeed, but give you a follow up and show you step by step reality, like hands on real life fact, not rhymes. not acquire to aspire your desire. No. Now, so the most difficult part of mentoring people or inspiring people for me is sometimes you teach based on experiences and based on study. The crazy part of being, a leader and inspiring people is when people look up to you and expect perfection from you. It's crazy. Like you have to live all your life being on your A game. Let me give you a very good example. I've been a youth pastor for about 7 years in time past, and I've mentored so many youths, did a lot of, you guys cool down with the question. I've not even answered the third one. You already bring another one. Okay. I did a lot of mentorship, help people groom relationship, like bring the guy and the girl together and mentor them till they get married. So I have so many families that are existing right now that both the husband and the wife are my proteges. They are people that I mentored and they successfully get into marriage and they are still having a blissful life right now. And then, as you all know, as life we have it, in 2019, I got a divorce. Matter of fact, the only reason why the marriage lasted that long is because Kinekatigbo. So I was bottling so many things up, staying in an unmarried, unhappy and unbalanced, toxic, rigorous relationship marriage, because I can't figure a way out of it, and I can't even think of a divorce. But by the time I finally got a divorce, it was heinous. It was difficult because there are so many people looking up to me. There are so many people looking up to, like, because I have teach these people. So the biggest part of being a leader and being, inspiring people and mentoring people is that people have a huge expectation, unrealistic. Like, okay, it's Victor King, he cannot have marital problem. Who told you? It doesn't mean we're still human, We're still human, and I think that's the most difficult thing. Now, I said when I connected with my audience the most. I think recently we had a show that I talk about beatitude, winning through patience, and I talk about the eagle teaching these children how to hunt, and they went to pick the baby dog, and the mother said, "No." What did they say? He said the mother didn't do not say, return it back, and then he went for another hunting, and then he picked, a chick, baby fowl. And the mother said, "What did you do?" He said, "Oh, he chased me, he almost killed me." And the mother said, "Well, that's all he can do." That show was crazy. The way people comment on the show and they will be writing so many things. Everything went quiet for a minute. And then, and then I laid personal examples, and people were literally texting me, "Oh, you're getting emotional. I hope you don't break down." Everywhere went quiet when I was talking about persistency and patience, and you don't understand the feedback that I got. Grown up adult, like people who are good enough to be my mother, were referring to that show and they said, "Oh, that was epic. We learned so much from it." Somebody said, "Oh, I didn't see life from that perspective before," and that was humbling to me. So that was like a big ass one. It was big. Um, what next? Tell us about your background and a bit on your qualification. Do you want to give me a job? Okay, background. Which of my background do you guys not know? Well, what do I tell you? My name is Victor King. Uh, I was born in the family of three. Fortunately, unfortunately, I'm the least. Mm, um, so I was born by an Edo man who is late. My father is late now, and an Ilaje woman. Isn't that funny? You know, I've been into so many stuff with Elijah, so many Elijah people online here. Bookie Jesse, Maureen, and it's crazy. People don't find out that you know, I even shared image with them. We're from they're from my mother's place. So so I grew up. I had most of my or all of my education, or for the most part, in Abeokuta. My father was in the military, and so by proxy, I attended command in Lafenwa Abeokuta Army Command School. It's a private school then. Well, let me lay emphasis. I'm the only person who attended private school in my family. So I was born by an indigent mother. My mother and my father. I didn't even grow up knowing them together. I saw my father, like, could recognize him face to face when I was 14. Yeah, I've seen him, but I was still young. But that I could recognize that this is my father. I was already 14. So I was raised by an indigent mother who was battling with health challenges, and so it was rough. But for some reason, somehow I went to a private school. Then I had my secondary education in Abeokuta. Then went to Moshida Abiola Polytechnic. Just had an OND there. I couldn't further. It was rough. I went back to Lagos, and I had many years of hustling on the street. Then finally went to Yaba College of Technology. You know, and so for the most part, I was the first working class in my house. I been working since like I left Moshida Abiola. I've been from here to there. I've been a teacher in every cadre of education. I teach in a primary school after my secondary school. I was a teacher in a couple of secondary school, like almost five secondary school. I was like known to be a teacher. I was teaching for like about 6, 7 years, and I was playing music. I was born in a Christian home, very conservative Christian home, so I've always been in church. I've been a church boy for the most part. So when I was on the streets, music was an escape, you know. So I was known to be a teacher. I had to leave Abeokuta and went to my grandma in Lagos. My grandmother, my late grandmother now, God rest her soul. And that's how I got started. I was thrown into this world of hustling too early in my life. I know so many people say I'm posh, I'm butty, but I've done everything that you can imagine. I've worked before. I've worked. You know what they call labor with people who are building bricklayer. She labor tire. I've done all of that. Anything for survival. Anything to get to school. I remember when I had to obtain a jam form. I raised the money, obtain the form, but I didn't have the transport money to come back. So I have to trek from Oshodi to Ikeja along before I now get on. It was rough. But in all of this, I didn't have nobody or nothing. I had an uncle who is sponsoring every of my siblings, so they didn't have all of those issues with education. But my uncle saw my O level and was like, "Why we have this fantastic O level result and you want to study communication? You should study engineering." I said, "No, I want to study communication." So yeah, by the way, I had all my degrees in mass communications. By the time I did that, I did a postgraduate program in human psychology, and so I had all of those things. I can't even number how many things I've done in my life. So I was an administrator with a couple of establishments. Uh, uh, what else? But you see, God has been a factor. I've always worked with church, be serving church. I serve in so many churches, and in the middle of that, I lost my grandmother, and then I lost my job at the same time, and then I have to move back home because I couldn't afford all of those things. No, I moved back home, and because I don't want to stay in my mother's house, because I just got married, and I will leave. I left my wife with my mother, and I just moved with Image. He just got in now, and I would just, he was doing well then, and we just do everything. We go out to shows together, and it was the most ridiculous time. And people say, "Ah, Aja Image, and this one, you are a gospel singer yourself. Why are you following your friend around? Why are you doing this?" service. If you wish other people well, it will be well with you. The only reason why you attract wellness. Image just started his business, then he has a sound company. Image is a millionaire. That guy is big. Don't small people with big money. It's been large. He has a Nissan one time that we used to push to start, but that we rock that shit regardless. And that your Camry pencil, that car suffered. We squeeze ourselves in it. So we started the business sound, events, sound events, business, and I even offered him that he needed somebody to stay in the store as like a salesperson. And I said, well, I'm not doing anything. I don't have a job. I will sit down there for you. What are you gonna give me? He couldn't even bear it to even hire me. So we will always go there together. All of us will sit down there and live back to that. And it was in the middle of that, I lost my grandmother and then planned the funeral, get in talk with some families who would never remember that I existed. Then I started working with Redeem. I was there with Redeem, making less income than what I used to make. But that was when God showed up. Like a joke. I didn't mean it. I didn't expect it. The hand of God took me from that to, yes, now, yeah, I remember. You're the one who sang at the funeral. I moved from there miraculously to the United States. I've been a health worker for all of these years, work in residential services, DDA, working in hospitals. So I've been in psychiatric nursing for a while. And then this year I switched to IT. And that's it. Next question. Are you in a relationship or have you found your soulmate? If yes, when do you intend to settle down? Well, see, the craziest part of somebody who have been through divorce is the fear of stepping into another thing. Because when you are being married, you put in your all and you get to the point where you look as if your all is not enough. One of the ripple effects is that you don't trust yourself anymore. You don't trust yourself anymore. You feel a little bit, not because you can't find somebody, not because you don't see people who are suitable, but you're not even sure if the marriage can break. What the hell is relationship? So it's always kind of a very hard thing, and doing that, the effect is that you want to just keep it low and be sure, and it takes a long time to be very, very, very sure. Yes, I've been single for a while, and I've been definitely seeing people, seeing someone and trying to do, but for the most part, when it comes to relationship, it's not like the biggest priority for me now. And whatever I do right now, I want to keep it on the low, consciously, prayerfully. So I don't even like to talk about that. Now, when am I going to settle down? I don't know. That is not what anybody could determine. It may be next 6 months, it may be next 1 year, it may be next 5 years. I will settle down when I'm fully persuaded, all things being equal, and I'm sure that I can do things better. You can't keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. So I want to do better. I want to be better. I want to be a better man. I want to have a better life. I want to have a better relationship. Marriage is meant to be enjoyed, and I don't think it's appropriate to fail one time on it. If it happens one time, it's an accident. If it happens a second time, it is foolishness. If it happens the first, it is incident. If it happens the second time, it's foolishness. So I hold myself that responsibility. So I'm piping low, consciously and prayerfully. What's your biggest fear? Personally, I'm not somebody who has fears. I've taken so many crazy risks in my life. Like those who know me to details will tell you, I do crazy stuff. I am not afraid of nothing, nothing at all. But I'm human. Ah, let's say naturally, I am afraid of big waters. It's not my thing. I don't like going to the beach. I don't fuck with that. Things like that bothers me. But you see, in reality of life, my fear My biggest fear in life is to be in another toxic marriage. Scares the crap out of me. You don't understand? Like I told you, I've been a leader, I've been an expert in relationship. But you see, your biggest strength is where the devil fights you. Your biggest strength is where the devil fights you. The only reason why Joseph was in the pit and in Potiphar and in prison was because he had a dream. It is your dream that always gets you being the center of attack and affliction. Your ability. The day the father of Joseph made him a coat of many colors and put it on him, the Bible says his brethren hated him the more. So most times devil attack us in the area where we seems to have more grace. That's my biggest fear. Period. I'd rather die single than risk being on a toxic relationship. It's killing. I've it can slow somebody's life down. You know, that's my biggest fear, pretty much. Who is my mentor? Oh, I follow so many people. Mentor is somebody who directly provide, guidance to you. I have a lot of role models. I have a mentor. My mentor really is one special man of God. His name is Samuel Oyeleke. He's been my mentor for a while now. That man don't mix it. He will give it to you raw. So I've been following him directly, like back to back. Pastor Sam is a dynamic teacher, and he will not just teach or preach. He follow up with you. He taught me that part of leadership. You don't just teach people, you walk them through it. Some people can just get it and run with it. Some people you have to keep telling them before they could run with it. Some people you have to pull them up and then they will run. Some people you have to pull them up and work with them. So in leadership, I learned that from him, and so many things. I can't exhaust the kind of wisdom and the knowledge that I followed it. But I have so many role models. My biggest role model when it comes to leadership is Bishop T.D. Jakes. I follow him, I listen to him, I read about him very, very closely. How do you handle social media critics? Number one, the day you start feeling and you start getting into stress is the day that you want to be right with everybody. You can never be right with everybody. You can never be accepted by everybody. You will make a fundamental mistake by assuming perfection, no matter how intelligent, profound, prolific, articulate you are. The day you start getting into mental stress is the day you are trying to get everybody's opinion to be together. Everybody will not accept you at the same time. Now, social media is not even realistic, personally, to me. So I don't expect everybody to like me at the time. From experience, there are people who have criticized the crap out of me. They've said all manner of heinous, ridiculous. And when people say things about you, this is what I want you to learn. When people say so many ridiculous things about you, they're not saying it to you because you are that bad or because they hate you. They are saying it to you because they want to get to you. They want to push your button. When you react and respond, they have achieved the objective. You understand? The reason why they want to bully you is because they want you to be upset. So if you are upset, you have fulfilled the objective. I've never been, anybody who has been following me, I've never been upset with people. Even when they come for me, like somebody will stage a big ass show for me, I will wait, spend like a day, and let it just. Some I never responded at all. For me, especially when you are a fake profile, like you don't even exist. You will write something. If you like, update dollar. They be telling me that somebody has been updated for over 2 months now. Bastard, you block me and you are updating for me. Are you mad? First of all, what kind of a coward does that? You are first of all a freaking fake profile. And then even with your fake profile, you don't even have balls. You still block me. And then he started updating for me. Does that even make sense? So will I not be an idiot responding to that? It makes no sense. So I don't respond to fake profile. You can kiss my ass for what I care. They are not existing. They are not existing at all. You want to criticize what I'm putting my government face outside. I do whatever I do, and I'm putting my face to defend what I do. You that you don't even have balls to make an identity want to come and tell me what I did not do right. F off. That don't make any sense. And those who are really like, significant people who have a face to their name, once you respond out of emotions, the objective is achieved. So for me, if I have to respond out, I let it breathe. So by the time I respond, you can see that it's not out of anger. I'm just messing up your life. That's all. You see people comment rubbish. One person broke up in the middle of that and wrote a very long epistle in one of my posts. Curse and curse. He says, yeah, who is it that said the thing and is established? What will be me? He wanted me more. He ṣépè fún mi. Òun ṣe ra ẹ̀. Ìgbà kan pa ẹ̀ tọmọtọmọ gan wàhálà ẹ̀ nìyẹn. Nígbà tí mi ò bá mọ̀ ẹ́ àdàbí tí mo bá ṣe kankan sí ẹ̀ àdàbí jàjèpè. I don't know you. I don't have any business with you. You are coming to my comment to curse. And I always tell people, it's just one click away. If you put a comment that I don't like on my post, delete. Which one is schema response, man? It doesn't exist. I don't mess myself with that. Tell us about your most embarrassing moment. I used to have a girlfriend years back when I finished my 1D in Abefe. So, like I said, I don't have the luxury to further. So I was in Lagos working, hustling, doing any other things, every other thing. I was hustling. I was on the streets. No money, no help. So one evening, one woman came to me. All this Yadugbo, no man, tank on leg, Yadugbo on the street. She just came with her phone. I said, can you call she phone? It's just the FP that is bad, but she doesn't know. Just say Kusoro. I saw what is wrong with it, and I know that it's just a minor thing that I could fix if I get to Ikeja. So I billed her, and she obliged. She gave me the money and the phone. So in the morning, I woke up like 5 a.m. Jump on the first bus, sharp to Ikeja, because that one are sharp runs. I go see bad as a bad man. She could be 500, 1B, per. So I did not shower. I did not do nothing. I just put my clothes on. Was I for housing? Bad as bad. Oh, bread at the year for later. So I went to Ikeja to fix this phone. I fixed this phone. And I was coming back. If you know Ikeja very well, from Computer Village, I was going to Ikeja along. And as I was stepping out to get to along, crossing that railway line, I saw this girl that I was in a relationship with when I was in school. We were actually dating, and I went for my IT, and I started dating somebody else. And then she visited me one time, and she was like, I was on the street doing nothing, and she kept asking me, and she went back for her HND while I was still on the street. She was a year behind me. So when I was doing my IT, she finished, she did her IT, and she went back. I was still hustling. To her, that's the end of my life. So she has moved on, and she has said all manner of ridiculous things behind me that I've heard, but I didn't bother. So as I was moving out to get to Ikeja along, I saw her coming. Now, as at this time, she was doing an IT training. I guess in NIT, near Bakran Avenue. Mumumi, out of goodwill. We're not dating, but we are not enemies. I saw her and I was like, hey, what's up? And she greeted me like this. She looked at me from head to toe. And she said a word. Remember, I was wearing a flip-flop, She got me and she said, huh? But she brilliant too. She buy she my badge, That was the word she used to me. She said, she buy ye, she might buy the no. So we lost school mobile. If I know where debt is that day, where you can buy debt and just, if I would have just said debt, just take me. It was ridiculous. I could not even move my leg from that spot. She looked at me, and she just looked at me and said, Beleo, kinikan. It means she IT promo, she IT course, lower ni kinikan. Rub it all on my face, and she walked out of me. And I stood there. In my head, it's as if the whole of Ikeja heard what she said. Even though it was a personal talk, I could not move. My eyes was drooling with tears, and I was sucking it all back. My eyes was... For some reason, I did not cry. I wasn't that old. By the time I got myself together, I left, and I get into a bus going back to Agbado Dai. It was in that bus that I started processing. It's not what she said that hurt me. It is the fact that it's like, see, even me, when I started thinking in the bus, even me was agreeing with statements. When I got the man, I was thinking, Luto. When she got admitted in school, I used to teach them in tutorial. Like she and the rest. In fact, that was how I met her. They come to my house for tutorial. I teach all of them. Now this girl is now telling me about life. In her mind, I'm done. So I was thinking about, look, like, how did I get here? How? I cried. I cried my eyes out. I managed to get home and just hit myself on the ground because I don't have a bed. Hit myself on the mat and cried. But anybody that knows me knows that me Nero. On to the next verse. But I never forget. Well, she's still alive, and I'm sure she can see me now. Most definitely, I know for a fact that I have more degrees than she does. As we speak today, I have over 11 certifications. 11 in different trainings. Over 11. Forget book. And no more, we call him more will. And no more will. She can see me now. I make boast in the Lord, but we are too far apart right now. She's still alive. We are still seeing each other. But grace makes the difference. Let me say this to us. People might forget what you say to them. People might forget what you say to them. They will never forget how it makes them feel. I'll say that again. People might forget what you say to them, but they will never forget how it makes them feel. It's very easy when you use words and you are angry and just say, my fuck on my pop boy Lenny, my so shaggy. You say it and then you get out of that feelings, you feel like you have said something bad and you go and apologize to them. Yes, you apologize. They will accept your apology. You guys might still be in the talking terms. But you see how it makes them feel never leaves. Watch how you use words on people. Because you never know. The race is not for the swift. The journey to success doesn't go with probability. You can't see people and feel like, oh, this person. Most people that I know that grew up and they have more privilege than we do, most of them are nothing to reckon with right now. And most people that I know that they were like nowhere and nobody, they are making very significance in life now. I tell somebody, there is nobody that is my secondary school mate that can recognize me. None of them. I drove through one day in Abefe. He's the chairman of Okada people. If you have teeth in his mouth, maybe like 3. I know him. I didn't want to walk past him. I greeted him, but you cannot understand. He can't recognize me. He was like, "Hey, I like," and I said to myself, "He doesn't know me. His name is Wasi Shoyinka. He used to be the best in mathematics. Me, I don't know maths at all. But Ọlọ́run mú yá ẹ̀, òun náà mọ English. Kò sí ẹ̀gbọ́n ìbò gan. So we used to tackle each other in class. Our scores is always like. So when it comes to maths, accounts, he will beat me hands down. He will cover his book. He may know in Ibano. He doesn't have actually commerce, economics, all those kind of things. He will know the answer, but he doesn't know how to write it. So he will not be whispering the answer to me. Equilibrium. I will write it down. I will now have to tell him how to the answer or write it in a sheet of paper for him. But the day he mess up with me, I will mess up with him with English language. Mess him up in every, all those ones that you have to write definition of government. Very brilliant guy. From one Yaloja then, that the Yaloja, very rich, very affluent. The mother used, those people that sell Kampala in Itoko. How we ended up in Okada, Akomoron, what do they call it? I don't know. Be careful how you use word on people, especially when you are upset. People will forget what you say to them. They will never forget how it makes them feel. Greatest achievements. Again, people. See, look at me. Look at me very well. I have so many things that I don't have. Matter of fact, one of my anger is that people think I'm richer than what I really am. I am not rich. Like I'm a hustler, I'm still struggling. I have so many things I'm chasing in life. There are so many people who are even way better than me, who are more independent than me, who have more financial strength than I do. And they still look at me like I'm big, with respect. You know why? People. Like, I don't have it all. I don't even have it enough. But look around you. Look around you. Like, I don't know how I'm going to respond to messages on my phone. I don't know how. It is overwhelming. It's not because they like my face. It's not because I'm the only speaker on Facebook. It's because God has helped me to directly and indirectly impact lives. And what you see today is the returns. People are my biggest achievement. I have so many people who, the little things we do, have helped their marriage get back in order. I have so many people who are going through serious emotional distress. And they reach out to me and I will talk to them. Some people we have to pray together. Some people we have, and some of them, when I talk to them, they just say, "Thank you. In fact, I feel better now." And they don't even expect me to follow up. And I will have to give a call right back. People that I don't know. I don't have to care about them, but I do. And call them back. How are you feeling now? So what are you doing now? What do you want to do? This, that. I was telling somebody before I started the show, in this Baltimore, like people are make be me that. People are there, maybe say me, I see them move, all I want to know. But do you know how many people that have fixed up with a job in this town? Some of them, once they get a job, I've not seen them since then. People coming to the country, they new. You know how many people have accommodated? Oh, yeah, you're new, come. I don't have any security anywhere. I don't have any Ushadadam. People are my biggest achievement. And this has been my lifestyle long ago. I have students that I have to pay for their tuition. I have students that I have to pay for their exam, do this. I have people who I have at the time in when I am in the low, and it's not because I have that. Don't make mistake. When I was in my poorest state, when I don't have nothing, I still give my nothing. I do invest in people, talk to them, help them. If you tell me what you are doing, the only reason why me and you can fight is to share a vision with me and you are not working the vision. I will follow up with you. So seeing people grow and becoming what they want to be has been my biggest achievement. Mm, what else? If you had the power right now, if you had the power to right one wrong, what would it be? If I have the power to right any wrong, I'll fix my previous marriage. That's my biggest regret. Matter of fact, that's my only regret. I've never had any regret in my life. I feel like I didn't do some things right. Of course, like I've never failed in my life. I've gotten things wrong, but I persistently get it right eventually. The only thing that I've ever missed and is irredeemable is my previous marriage. So if I have the power to fix anything, yeah. But that's almost, it's impossible. I've moved on, she's moved on, she's married, she's happy. I wish her well. Because I wish I never had a divorce. It was a big blow on my face. It was the biggest slap they'd ever given me. Yeah. What else? What's your body count? Whoever asks that question, come and measure it. I don't. How am I supposed to know my body counts? I've been there, done that. I'm not a self-righteous person. So those are some people really think I'm pastor. Well, I'm a lover of God, and I fear God, and I serve God, and I would always do. But trust me, I've been there, done that. Okay, I've been there, done that. When, like Paul said, when I was a babe, I act like babe. Yeah, we've been there, done that. So I don't know what my body count is, but trust me, I want to go down unless to buy that go. I'm not as old as I look. I know that gray hair is messing up my swag lately, but I'm still fresh. Okay, I'm still freaking fresh. I'm still fresh, so my body count is still intact. Uh, Definitely, I will still get married. I will look forward to that. I don't know when. Like I said, it might be this year, next year, next 5 years. I don't care. Whenever the time is right, the day will be done. So I'm looking forward to have more kids. Maybe one or two. Yeah. So my body count is still intact. Yes, what other question? Boss said, show my film. Sean is telling me you will marry this day. Marry ban. You want to marry me? Well, viewers can ask questions. Matter of fact, you can even make a call in, but please use WhatsApp so that you don't mess up my stuff. I don't know who is running that stuff. I hope. So yes. Hello.
Hello, Victor King.
Hello, ma.
Happy birthday to you. Long life and prosperity.
Amen.
Wow, you blew me up with that response to your regret. Honestly, I think it's just about knowing what we know now.
Right.
We'll have added more chocolate and and vanilla into our ideas of dealing with issues then. But I just wanted to call you to say I really appreciate that your response. It's really, really, really triggers some things in me, and I cherish that. Well done.
Thank you very much.
Because a lot of men wouldn't be able to say that. In fact, publicly, I don't think they will be able to say that because of their egos. And you sure know what I'm saying. So right. Keep doing what you're doing, and I know that the Lord will perfect all that concerns us, especially you. He's still in the business of doing whatever he wants to do with you. It's just a starting point. You're going somewhere.
Thank you very much.
So enjoy your day to the fullest, and God bless you.
Thank you so much, man. See, Benjamin Franklin said, life tragedy is that we grow old too soon and wise too later. And the experiences of life If it doesn't kill you, it makes you better. I wish I know what I know now some 5 years ago. Maybe I would have made better decisions. Maybe I would have do things differently. Even if she have her weaknesses, maybe I would have been a support system. So unfortunately, we grow too soon and wise to let us. So, but you see, we're on track. Somebody said, "Can you marry woman?" Somebody said, "Volume, you can't hear me." Somebody is buzzing my phone on the area. Please call WhatsApp. Don't call on the regular call, please. Let me see if I can block this number. Like, he won't chill, man. Um, can you hear me now? Can you guys hear me now? People are saying volume. Is it better now? Yeah, so somebody said, "Can you marry woman with 5 children?" I believe that the quality of a woman is not what they have been through. I believe that the quality of a woman, I judge people not by their background, experiences. Bad things happen to good people sometimes. I judge people from their intent of their character. I rather marry a woman with 5 children than marry a virgin with horrible attitude. Okay, so that doesn't define a person. But of course, if you have 5 children, please have money to raise them, because I don't want to father 5 children that are not mine and be broke because of one stupid man who won't take responsibility. Yeah. It's a little bit harsh, but it's a little bit a difficult thing to do. But that doesn't define a woman. Of course, I can, definitely can. What are the things you can never shy off away, even in public? I can never shy off. I don't understand the question. The things that I cannot be shy about. God, if you know me in 5 minutes, you are going to know my standpoint of faith. I have a social life. I've been there, done that. Like, I party all night this morning. That's why I'm drinking coffee. I have a little hangover. I'm partying tonight. I'm partying tomorrow night. I have a full social life. I do everything every other young man do. But you see, God is the centerpiece. Okay. If anybody I feel like is an enemy of God, I detach from you. I am, in fact, I am your enemy by default. That's why I don't like Maureen. Actions that makes you an enemy of God. So if you know me in 5 minutes, you will know that I'm a lover of God, and I fear God like man. I'm never shy to talk about Jesus. I don't care. And I have tolerance for faith. I have so many Muslim friends. Somebody sent me a voice note this morning praying for me. And he said, I told you I don't know how to pray. I'm a Muslim. And I'm like, oh, duh. I know everything you recite. Probably know Quran better than you do. He's reciting Surah to Fatiha and he's saying, I'm Muslim. I know Fatiha. I know Kun Allahu. I know, Athena. I know all of that. I study a lot, so I know stuff. I have so many Muslim friends. We can actually be who we want to be when we are open-minded to tolerate people to be who they want to be. You know. Samuel the River say, how old are you now? Every year I turn 35. I will never go older than that. Every year I'm 35. Just know that. My biggest fear is growing old and helpless. But it's inevitable we have to be old one day. So I always tell myself I'm 35 every year. Next year I'll still be 35. This your lips look so kissable. Ashewo lomo Olori Adeyemi yìí. Do you want to rape me? Well, this is what I said. I'm not going to determine the quality of a woman by the number of children she has. But at the same time, I'm just being realistic. Who is that man that want to marry a woman with 5 kids that will not think about the economical impact? That's what I'm saying. If you have 5 kids and you have a good job, why not? I will. You have a good job, you have a good character, you are much of a quality woman. I want to know you and your personality. That's the most important thing to me. But yes, I will not come here and tell you, yeah, it don't matter if she's cool and she's my kind of person that will marry her. No, hell no. If you have 5 kids and you have a job that can support them, I'm too young to bear that kind of financial burden. Do you understand? Yeah. That's too much financial burden. If you have 5 kids and you have a good job, we're cool. I will be. Because what makes a man, why will I be your husband and I can't be there for your children? It makes no sense. And hear me, being there for children is not disciplining them. And but discipline you told you, you are doing somebody that you are not financially committed to, you will lose your respect. So as much as it doesn't determine the quality of a woman, so I'm not going to determine who and what I do with her because she has children. No. I'd rather be with a woman with 5 children than be with a virgin with horrible character, But then there's there is a part of financial burden and stress that comes with that. And realistically, is something to ponder about. No, meanwhile, their father will have been somewhere chilling, maybe, enjoying his own life. So how do you think I would have to now bear that kind of, I'm not that rich. So if you have financial strength, yeah, why not? Yeah, which other one? Mm. This one said, do you like fair ladies? Uh, does she have yash? No. Yeah, fair ladies I'm attracted to, not but yeah. I don't think it's about complexion. I think it's about I like beautiful women. Yeah, but I like bum bum too. Okay. It's not like bum bum is my prerogative, but have meat, whether it's in front and on the back. I don't like skinny women. Period. I'm a carnivorous animal. Can you marry her? Can I marry who? Olori Adeyemi, I cover my bum bum with the blood of Jesus. No, it's not about complexion for me. It's about you are pretty, you are pretty. And being beautiful is not about really complexion. So many people are running their life off because of complexion. You think it is fair women that is beautiful. Listen, hear me. Unlike every other most divorced family and people hate each other, I have friends, but listen, I was married for a couple of years with to a very dark woman. Even though we're not together, things fall apart, but I can tell you for a fact she's pretty. Okay. She's not that of a socialite and exposed, but she's pretty. And she's dark. There are so many dark people that I know in my life that are like you have to look them twice. They are pretty to the bone. So it's not about complexion. If you have I think beauty starts from being confident. Be confident. Have good character and be happy. If you are happy on the inside, it will radiate over you on the outside. Slim bar, no, I don't mess with slim women. Chubby, as in, it's not, the difference between fat and chubby. I can't deal with fat, maybe like me, but chubby. Have meat everywhere. Sekwe, if you got it. Mm-hmm. I like meat, period. You guys are asking a question now. Boss go and bọ̀. Ó máa bọ̀, ó máa jẹ́rìí sagbára Ọlọ́run. Princess Rainy, runaway boo. God will forgive you. If you are confident in your skin and you are happy, people, ugly people, that's why I always say, you know this thing that way you are being, you don't look at beauty, you look at character. Don't fall for that nonsense, my nigga. I don't know any ugly woman that have good character. Did you hear when I said I like them both? I just like me. In front or at the back, it doesn't matter. I have me and sharp breast. Just make sure you have something is shooting, something there is meat in your body, period. What was I saying? Are you thinking of writing a book about your life? I'm actually on 2 projects. This year we are launching an online community. It's not like a website. It's more of like a community where people can actually sign up and interact. It's going to be like a close-ended mentorship. Like people can share their story and people can have contributions to it. And from the back end, we can provide support for people. So that I'm working on, and then I've been writing a couple of books now. The first one I call the 3 P's of success. P as in P, letter P. 3 P's, 3 and P's of success, which I call personality, place, and potential. What will make you succeed is who you are, personality, place, where you are, and potential, what you have. I'm working on that. And most of the content is about my personal experiences in life. Then I'm writing one that is like almost like a novel. I'm writing like a script to a movie. It's not like a book. I'm hoping that, I told you I still have an ambition in the movie industry. So I'm writing a script that looks like a movie about myself and about my journey. And I call it The Journey. So it's going to come in form of a book and hopefully inevitably come out in a script. But I'm working on the first one more. This year that will be out, I promise you. The 3 P's of success: personality, place, and potentials. Choppy girls like big bulla. Well, you are talking from experience. I don't know that. If they offer you senator in Nigeria, will you take it? I have a political ambition in Nigeria. I'm not going to die in America. I'm going back home. I don't know when. I mean, it's not anytime soon, but I'm connected. I'm trying to find my connects to be involved in politics in Nigeria. Even now, I'm trying to be involved because I have a political ambitions. So one day, if I find myself at the opportunity to be a senator, I will gladly take it. This is the problem with Nigerian politics. Nigerian politics and Nigerian government is bad because every good people think politics is dirty, but they want to be part of government. And you can't be in government if you are not in politics. Do you understand? We don't want to play politics. So you can't complain about what you have not contributed to fix. Everybody who is complaining about bad governance in Nigeria always step away from politics because we think it's a dirty game. So how are we going to complain about them not doing it right when we are not doing it at all? Do you understand what I'm saying? So I feel like if I have the privilege, I will oblige it and in my own little way contribute my bit. Hello? Hi. Yes, you. Thank you. Amen. Hello?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good, sir.
My name is Abefe.
Yeah, good afternoon. Welcome.
Happy birthday.
Thank you so much,
Wish you
sir.
a very happy birthday.
Thank you so much, sir.
The Lord strengthen you.
Amen.
May you continue to grow in strength.
Amen.
I celebrate you and the growth you have achieved. I'm really impressed about all that you have achieved so far.
Wow. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. This is important. Well, yes. If you are a marriage counselor, can you collaborate with someone to offer intensive support to people struggling with their homes, especially the young couples? Yeah, I do a lot of that pretty much. See, I do more of what I do off social media. Social media is just to reach out to a larger audience. I actually have so many people that I directly interface with. I mean, it has to be a safe way. And that's how I always tell people. My phone number is everywhere. Everybody have. If you don't have my number, I don't know what to know. So people reach out to me on a personal note, and I'm always a listening here when you want to talk. I don't push people away. I might be sometimes hard to reach, but I feel that God has taken me through so many phases of life and so many hard moments because He wants to build me in order to strengthen people when they are going through situations of life. One of the time when I was so emotionally drained and I was praying to God like, God, why is this happening to me? Me, divorce, how? I couldn't swallow it. I never saw it coming in. It was stressful, like I said. In my prayer time, one day God said to me, how can you preach it if you have not been in it? So sometimes it's like one of the years of leadership, God take us through it because He want to use us to fix it. So for me, I believe that that's part of my reason for my existence. So I provide support and counseling. I have so many people that I still right now, and the result has been phenomenal. I'm gonna tell you this truth. It's not every time I want to come to Facebook to talk. The only reason why I still do what I do is the result and the feedback that we've been getting is humbling. Sometimes I wonder, is it what we are saying here that people are applying to that and they are coming back with a result like this? Yeah. So many families going through some difficult time, and either the family reach out to me and then I have to talk to the spouse, follow up with them, give them some counselings and suggestive idea, and they follow it and they are better. People who are going through separation, divorce, people who are lonely and afraid, people who are trying to seek a second chance, and like I have a lot of that. So I'm always willing to provide that mentorship. This is what God has helped me walk through. This is what I have studied for and I've trained for. I've been in place of leadership for years about that. So it gives me joy to, in terms of mentorship and leadership. Kí la fi kí la ń fẹnu gbé? Ẹ má fẹnu gbé èṣù o. Ẹ má fẹnu gbé èṣù o. See the way you love me. Um, What did that person says? All right. I think, is there any other question? I will answer you. If not, who said we need to give away? Get away, the money. Get away. Fún gbàdúrà. Fúnkẹ́. Of all people, I'm finding head boots.
Nítorí ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí ti wá. Victor Olúwa pẹ̀lú mi Ọlátayọ̀ kí. Every 14th of January ṣe bí tirẹ̀ ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí. Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè mọ̀. Ó fẹ́ ọ̀gá o. Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè mọ̀. Ayérayé láyé. Ó fẹ́ ọ̀gá. Ọlọ́jọ́ ìbí lónìí. Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè mọ̀. Victor Olúwa pẹ̀lú mi Ọlátayọ̀ kí. Bàbá mi jẹ́ Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè gbà. Sọ pé mo fẹ́ ọ̀gá o. Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè gbà lọ́wọ́ ìṣẹ́ láyé. Ọlọ́run tí a kò lè gbà.
Later today, by 12 o'clock, we're going to get started. Bridget, thank you so much. You are the best, man. So later today, I'll be back by 12 o'clock for the stand-up. You sure I want to see something? I'm wearing pajamas. I just woke up. I've been with the stand-up. Some of us share me. So we're going to be linking up later today by 12 for the praise party. Akwekiola is joining us by 12 o'clock. That is 6 p.m. in Nigeria and 5 p.m. in the UK. That's how many hours? 9, it's almost 9:30 now. That's in 2.5 hours time. We'll be right back for the live praise party. Okay? In the meantime, and then later tonight, for those of you who are in Baltimore, please be my guest tonight. After the praise party, later tonight, I'll be at Bel Air Road at Club 10. We're shutting it down. I'm dancing. You say, what am I looking? I got go near. Boss said my boy, I didn't go more. Show wine. I didn't turn up that now. I promise you my next birthday is in Nigeria. Trust me. I'll be in Nigeria very soon. They wanted to have a party in Nigeria today. In fact, of course, the press party is happening in Nigeria. So first of all, Akwekiola we are going to be streaming from here with Akwekiola. They actually wanted to have a party today in Victoria Island, but I canceled that because I think that is too much. Let's save that whole party for when I'll be in Nigeria and we are going to have a biggest party. Okay? Princess Rain, I can't wait to see you. Ah, what's the name again? You say it again. Which states are you from? I'm from Edo State. I'm from Auchi in Edo State. And my mother is from Beguri in Ilaje. Mostanity. I will be dancing and I will be dancing so I'll be save the dance for later. We are coming back by 2. I have a dance party by 12. I promise you I'm dancing that time. Ever 4, share wine. Hey, you dance listen. Hey. All right. I'll see y'all by 7 o'clock. I'm going to will be here live. Okay? So then, thank you. God bless you. I should dance in pajamas. Come on, get jingle bell, jingle bell. Yeah, you go. I shall only go you. Get ready by 12 o'clock, man. 12 o'clock. We're turning up. I will dance tire for you. Don't worry. I will dance tire. Ogbo, Samuel Uri for Esther. Omo, Offload. All right, I'll see you guys by 12.
Àdéhùn ọ̀rẹ́ tí ò lórí ayé mi.